I just got a little bit on my hands. That's it. Hello again. So I'm going to let that drain, and right here is the filter. So we're actually going to put a socket in here, take this little thing out. And it actually has a feature to drain this canister so that when you take it down, it doesn't have all this oil. So your new filter will come. It's kind of a canisterless filter. It has this little thing in there. It's the first thing you need. All right, I'm gonna try to film this upside down. My apologies. As you can see, this thing turns before the whole thing turns. Mostly because I didn't really over tighten this the last time. I make sure the pan is below here. There will be a little bit of oil, but not very much. All right, see, not very much. And then so this piece pushes up into that to release. Oh, hold on a second. Make sure your pan is under it. There you go. I'm not sure how this is being filmed. It might be sideways. Oh, I got some on my hand. I didn't like to do that, especially with a Band-Aid there. Are you kidding me? I'm just going to drain this and I'll come right back. All right, so here's the Toyota filter. It's kind of notched. It's room for the wrench. This fits up over the filter. And to unscrew it, hold on a second. So this wrench is way too big. However, I'm in the middle of a kitchen remodel and my tools are a mess. So the ones I'm using in the kitchen, I don't want to get oil on right now. Just thought I'd talk to you while I'm doing this. I'll show it to you when it's out. There's a lot of plastic thread here. They made this filter out of plastic. So at a certain point, go ahead and do it by hand. And see, not a lot of oil fell out because we drained it first. So here's the old filter, just pulls right out. And so make sure to dump out the rest, any residual oil in there. And there's actually also on this side, there's an O-ring right here. We're going to take that off. The new filter should come with a new O-ring. So we're going to take that off. Here's the new O-rings. It's got two new O-rings. One is for that location and one is for right here. You can see this one. It kind of just sits there. So you gotta just reassemble this as you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the new O-ring on. All right, so I got the new O-ring on there. It's orange this time. Kind of nice. This O-ring is gonna go right there. Make sure it's flat. Seems like they're always a little bit too big, so you gotta make sure they're all the way flat. So we're gonna tighten this, not too tight. I'm gonna use the wrench, but it's not gonna be much tighter than hand tight for the next time you go to change oil. So I'm essentially just going to, I'm gonna give you an example here. I'm just gonna turn this thing until it stops. This O-ring is quite effective. Turn it, stops. I'm not gonna torque it, nothing. Just like that. Take some towel, clean this thing off, make sure there's no little pieces of dirt in there. Because when you put your new filter in here, sorry, on the ground. When you put your new filter in here, it's got a little spring action. Make sure that this thing is threaded perfectly by hand before you start to torque it down. This is just plastic. Okay, I got it in there just by hand. It's turning nice and easy. And so, because it's so long and plastic, you got to use the wrench from this point on. But there's a lot of thread to go here, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down. Maybe I'll just keep you here so that you can see it takes a bit of effort to get this thing on. And there shouldn't be any other, sorry, this is actually even easier with a socket wrench. If you have a large socket wrench that fits on there. Okay, so now it's kind of reached the bottom. It's stopped. It just stopped. And there's no reason to tighten it any further than that, because the O-ring does all the work. Might have to wiggle this thing back and forth a little bit to get it off. All right. And kind of reach up there and make sure that it's seated all the way. And there you have it. So 14 millimeter. This was just finger tight earlier because I put it in after it stopped. It was almost finished. So this, you also want to make sure it's tight, but you don't want to like torque the hell out of it. All right, so now that that's buttoned up down there, we're going to go ahead and just take this off. Set it in a safe place. I got a little funnel for this. The funnel in there. If you have a garage like mine where you should wipe it down. I'm using Mobil 1. It's a high mileage car. I got over 150,000 miles on this Toyota. Still using the 020. I've always used the Mobil 1 and it's done me pretty good. So this is 5 quarts, this big container, and it takes 5 quarts. And if you start pouring so fast that it comes out, then you just gotta slow down. If you forgot to put the plug back in, this is about the time you're going to notice oil running down the driveway. So we're going to save this empty container and put the dirty oil in there. And that's a good way. You put your oil back into, put 5 quarts of oil that you put in from the last oil change in a 5-quart thing. You're going to have a little bit of loss there. So it's a good way to tell how much your car might be burning oil. It looks like I might have probably around 4 quarts, maybe 4.5 quarts. So it's doing pretty good at not burning oil, especially at 150,000 miles. Be sure, put this back on. Put a little bit of oil on this seal. Oh, by the way, I did not show you, but the bottom seal for the filter, I put a little bit of oil on that O-ring too. And this thing too, you don't want it to be too tight. Right here, you want to check the oil. It will still have some of the old oil on there. Wipe it off. Sorry, I'm trying to film with one hand here. And should be pretty close. Okay, it's a little bit above the high mark, which is right about where you want to be. The top mark is full. Above that's overfill. Below this lower mark is dangerously low. And so we're essentially done. I'm just going to lower this thing, turn it on, test it, watch for leaks for about 5 minutes, and that's how you change the oil in a 2015 Camry 4-cylinder. This is the SE. Bye for now. Be sure to like and subscribe, please.